first off, I'm now for trailers. I'm not going to show too much because that's copyright city right there. But our first major kind of announcement that kind of came out during probably about a week and a half ago is The Last of Us. HBO finally kind of showed off their trailer. I mean, it looks fine. It looks. I mean, I've never played The Last of Us. From what I had understand, a lot of people said a lot of the stuff is kind of shot for shot. I mean, there is some subtle differences, but it's a. I don't remember. They said this is a mini series, right? It's a TV show.
Yeah, it's a show.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I played the game, and it definitely has key moments from the game. Like, even like the shot, like you just passed there a moment ago, but like the building in the back that's crashed into the other.
It's like Seattle, right? Is where the games take place.
No, 2 is in Seattle. I'm actually not sure where the first one is. I mean, it's got to be.
Maybe?
I don't know. I don't feel like it's that far because I don't feel like they went across the entire United States in the first game to the second game. Because the second one's
I
definitely.
know
in Seattle.
one of them is Seattle.
Well, that's the second game because I know it's like the open world segment with Ellie. You're going through Seattle. The first game, I think it's still probably like mid northwestern kind of stuff.
Maybe Washington, yeah, just somewhere in Washington.
It's got to be within relative geographical distance of each other. But I thought the trailer looks pretty good. I mean, the casting I think is pretty good. I mean, what's his name? The main guy, Mandalorian. What's his name? Game of Thrones guy.
I don't remember.
Oh man, not prepped. You don't have to look it up. But I mean, he doesn't look just like
Pedro.
Pedro,
Pascal.
that's right.
I just thought about it. Yeah.
I think he's going to be a good choice. He has a lot of range as an actor. Like, I haven't seen him in anything I think is bad. So
Bella Ramsey plays Ellie. She's from Game of Thrones as well.
Yeah, she was the tough
the mini queen
ruler chick of one of the houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fairly optimistic about everything. I mean, I'm not the biggest Last of Us guy. We've talked about it a little bit. I have played the first and second game, and I enjoyed them well enough. And honestly, I think this will translate really well to a TV show. Like, Last of Us, to me, was never about the gameplay. I know the second game definitely, vamped up the gameplay, made it better, but the first one, it was about the experience, just kind of going through. Part of it was, the spectacle of looking at stuff, but it was the story. So I think it's going to translate really well to something like a TV show. I'm curious if they take any liberties with it, though, if it's going to literally be just the story of the first game. I don't
know. What about you, Metal? Any interest?
To be honest with you, like when I saw the first game come out, it didn't really attract me as much, so I never got to play it. So seeing this now,
they do have a good picture of them.
Yeah. Wow, that's gross. I never really got to get into it too much, to be honest with you. I know my students were all about it. Especially the, PlayStation junkies. They really loved it. Like,
now that I got a PS5, man, can play them.
Have you guys seen playthroughs of the first game at least?
I watched the playthrough of the second one. Because that was
Man, that did not serve you well. I'll tell you, like, you should not have watched the second one without the first one. Like, you're missing so much.
I just watched someone I enjoy watching, and they happen to be playing it. And I like watching their content, so I was just like,
fair enough. Well,
I'm gonna assume it's good. If they're gonna make it, I just hope they don't ruin it. I mean, I have a lot of things to say about Uncharted, but that's a different story.
I'd be curious, since you guys haven't played it yet, like, I would suggest don't play it. Watch the show first. I'd be really curious to see what your take is on the show as, just what it is, and then maybe play the game afterwards. But, I don't know, I'm always in the thing where I always end up playing the game before I've seen the adaptation or whatnot. And that, to me, always sours the experience. I mean, even if the adaptation is technically good, it's always hard, I know, when you've got your mind wrapped around what it should be from the game. And sometimes it's not a fair shake. So
I'm probably still going to do the opposite. Like, I'm probably going to wait until I get a release date on this, and probably a few weeks prior I'll
try to do a let's play.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I think I'll watch
I'd really like to know your opinion beforehand. Like, okay, well,
you think it might be more fun to play after?
Maybe. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, right now, everybody has the same perspective of most people have played the game or know the first game's story, and they're going into it with that knowledge. Like, I think you'll enjoy the show more if you don't. And I think then that'll be a more interesting discussion to see if you think, okay, did the show do it better? The game, is the game the important aspect of it, the gameplay, or is it better as just a show? Like,
it'll definitely give me a different direction to look at the series for.
There's our timer.
As opposed to other people, there's a different perspective, I guess, than most people will have.
That's kind of my thought. I mean, you can still play it, or maybe what you should do is like watch an episode and play the game up to the point that you get to the same spot as the episode. I don't know. I don't know. A bunch of ways you could do that, but that's it. That's it for our first topic.